Good day, everyone. Welcome to our first town hall meeting for the year. My name is Margaret Onuachu, and I'll be your host for today. This is going to be a very interesting and entertaining town hall meeting, as we'll be giving you the opportunity to speak to us about your investment experiences and expectations in investing in Nigeria. We have our team members who are on the call with me to answer to all your questions and also give practical tips based on your individual experiences. So this is going to be very interesting, like I said. And also for all the attendees, I can see that the numbers are increasing by the second. This is quite impressive. And if you're coming across Afrinvest for the first time, Afrinvest is a subsidiary. Afrinvest Securities Limited is a subsidiary of Afrinvest West Africa Limited. We are licensed by Security and Exchange Commission, and also we have trading license by Nigerian Exchange. We've been in existence for over 2 decades, and we are professionals here. We are best at what we know how to do. And here at Afrinvest, we simplify investment to its lowest terms and help you create wealth. So you are at the right spot with us here. So thank you once again. I will just have to plead that you take out a few seconds and share this link to your friends and family who you know that will be benefiting from our town hall meeting for today. So because when it comes to investments, I like to tell people that you might not have the best experience at first, but if you have professionals to guide you, you will be able to make your best investment decisions and also see your investment grow. I would like to just share a little story with you guys, because when it comes to experience, I want all of us to be able to open up and share our investment experiences. I had one bad experience before I joined Afrinvest. Yes, so I had stumbled into this Ponzi scheme, and I mean, the return was quite interesting. So I jumped into it as a novice, and I got my fingers burnt. I actually borrowed money from my parents to invest in that scheme, and I lost out. So I wouldn't want you guys to make the same mistake like I did, and then also encourage you to air your experience with us, because our professionals are on standby to give you practical tips. Yes, so I can see that hands are already raised. Please feel free to indicate by raising your hand if you have anything to share with us, and we'll allot 3 seconds to you. Don't forget, this town hall meeting is an interactive one. We are allocating 30 seconds to each participant to share their experiences with us, and we will give you practical tips. Thank you once again, and let's have an interesting session. I can see that hands are raised, so I'll just go ahead to have I'm trying to check the first person. Can we have this is Scholastica. Yes, please kindly unmute and do have the floor.
Hi, hello. Good morning, everyone. My name is Scholastica. I have few investments with Afrinvest, and I must say I'm very excited with the service. However, I have few questions that I would like to ask. My first question is it possible for one to transfer his shares from a broker to another broker? Because I'm not sure about this, so I just want to find out. And my second question is it true that the government will take unclaimed dividend after 5 years? So I just want to clarify on that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Scholastica. Yes, I'll have my colleague Uduak give more insights on your inquiry. Thank you.
Hello, Madam Scholastica. Nice to have you on the call. Yes, apparently the government had advertised a year ago or two about that, but they haven't started implementing it yet. So for now, we can actually help you recover those unclaimed dividends. So you probably would have to reach out to us on the advertised email address that will be popping up on your screen in a few minutes, and we can take it up with you and try to reclaim those outstanding dividends of yours. Then secondly, your question was as regards moving shares from another house, if I got it correctly, to maybe an inactive house to an active house, or an active house to another active house. Yes, that's very possible. We can actually assist you to do that. There will be a few processes, following that operation. So you can actually send us an email right after the webinar, and we will get to work immediately after it.
Thank you very much, Shudwa, for that question. I can see Helen Taiwo's hand is raised. Helen, please kindly unmute and do have the floor.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Helen. So thank you so much for the opportunity to ask my question. So sorry, I would like to ask more about Afrinvest products. Aside from equities, are there other products that you offer that would yield more interest for me? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Helen. Yes, we have Afrinvest, we have various products that can yield good rates for you, that you can make good yield from it. In the course of this presentation, my colleague Michelle is going to take us through a presentation that captures all our products and services. So please stay glued to the call, and you'll be amazed with all the amazing products that we have here at Afrinvest. Thank you very much once again, Helen. So I can see Gift Ode. Gift Ode, please unmute and do have the floor too. Gift Ode, your hand is raised.
Okay. Good afternoon, ma'am. So here is my question. I just wanted to ask, in a situation where I have shares with a particular company, say Dangote Cement, for example, and then I'm not able to fill the e-dividend mandates form before dividends are being paid, do I still have access to the dividend? Am I entitled to get dividend? That is one. And then my second question is, how do I know like the exact shares that are good for me to buy? I don't know if you got my question. Like, there are a lot of shares out there, and then you are just looking for the best one for you, maybe in terms of increasing your, let's say, portfolio, or you just want something that will just help you to amass wealth. And then you are stuck. Like, which one do I go for? How do I know which one yields better interests and all? So how exactly do I know the kind of shares that are good for me, considering the fact that I'm a newbie here? I just joined Afrinvest that was like 2 or 3 months ago. So I'm not really sure. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Gift. I would like my colleague Deborah to throw more insights to your question.
Thank you so much, Madam Gift. Thank you for finding it and time to join us this afternoon on our webinar. And for your question, you would like to know what stocks are good for you to buy. No, you start by saying that when you have not collected you didn't fill the e-mandate form, can you still lay claim to that dividend? Yes, yes. Your dividends are intact with the registrars. Anytime you fill the mandate forms, your dividends are credited to your bank account. It's going to sit with the registrars as unclaimed dividends. Nobody is going to lay claims to them until you come around to claim them. So whenever you get to fill your e-mandate form, it is signed up by your bank. The broker process it on your behalf, and then you get your dividends in your bank account. Then for your second question on time. So here at Afrinvest, we don't leave our clients by themselves to go and be scouting for knowledge. We also aid in your decision making. We aid in your investments. We do this through our research department. We have a research team who takes the time to do a very data-filled work. They take their time data together from the following market trends and then give out advisory on the stocks to buy, the stocks to sell. So every Monday we roll out these recommendations. They are actually recommendations because they are not bidding on you. You will be the one to take the decision of what to buy. But I would like to also state that the decision of what to buy depends on your objectives. Are you investing for dividend reasons? Are you investing for long-term capital growth reasons? So there are different stocks that suit these different objectives. We would like to know more about your investment objectives. You can send us an email on to our broker team, then we'll be able to guide you further. So whenever you see our stock recommendation, you'll be able to pick, okay, these are the stocks I'm going for because I'm investing for dividend. And these are the stocks I will be going for because I'm investing for this. I hope this would help, ma. We'll be expecting your mail so we can actually attend to you further. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Deborah, for that detailed explanation. And I hope our clients or our participants is well satisfied. And just to add, if you're on the call as a participant or as an Afrinvestor and you are not getting our stock recommendation, please feel free to drop your emails. My team member will gather all your emails and we'll update our mailing list so that every Monday as we are sending out our stock recommendations, you will also get this recommendation. This is to guide your options, to guide your opinions regarding investing in equity. Thank you very much. Please, let's make the session as interactive as possible. Feel free to share your experiences. Please, no matter how good or bad, let us learn from each other because this town hall meeting is for us to learn so that we can take corrections and take professional guidance. Thank you. I can see Chuka Amadi. Please kindly unmute and share your experience or expectations with us. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure being in.
Yeah,
it's a pleasure being in your midst and nice meeting you, Margaret. I did like to ask how safe are commercial papers and what's the risk level compared to treasury bills?
Okay, thank you very much for that. I would like my colleague, Deborah, again, to just give more insights to that.
With us this afternoon. So for commercial paper, like treasury bills, like we already know, they are referred to as risk-free investment because they are backed by the full faith of the government. They are government issued, and so we all have that assurance that they cannot default. But for commercial papers, because they are issued by corporates who run businesses, there is that risk of credit default to some extent. Though we have our due diligence done on the product that we pushed out to our clients, we take the time to do our due diligence and be sure that only commercial papers of viable companies are pushed to the client. This may reduce the risk that you're exposed to.
Sorry about that. I think my colleague Debbie is having a network glitch there. So I would just like to also add to what she was trying to explain. So for commercial papers, there's a little of risk involved in commercial papers. Although Afrinvest, we take extra steps to do our due diligence to ensure that the company that we are advertising, right, that this company are quite credible and that they will be able to pay back upon maturity compared to treasury bills that is totally risk-free, right? So those are the risks that we may encounter when investing in commercial paper. But we can assure you that investing through Afrinvest in any commercial paper that we publish is always to some level of extent. We've not had any defaults with those companies. Thank you very much. I hope that answers your question. Yes, so let's go ahead and take Bukola Kehinde. Please kindly unmute and share your experiences or your expectations with us. Thank you. Bukola Kehinde, please, can you hear me? Your hand is raised. Please, can you unmute and share your experience or expectations with us. Okay, thank you. Let's have Ahmed Oseni.
Hello, good morning. Can you hear me?
Okay, yes, Bukola, we can hear you now. Thank you.
All right. I joined the meeting, the seminar meet, so I don't know if they discussed some of about the products, but I have a question to ask, like a question and a request. There was a time like that, like 3 or more than that ago, 3 years ago, I registered as Afrinvest. So I didn't get my details to log in and the likes when I registered. And I wanted to purchase a bond yesterday because I got a notification from your investors, from your broker rather. And I sent a mail, but the mail bounced back.
Okay.
So I don't know if you can help me with that.
Yes, we can help you, Bukola. Please, can you drop your email address in the chat box, and we will just, your email address and your name, so that we can identify that this is for Bukola Kehinde. Please drop your email address and we'll pick it up immediately and reach out to you. One of our agents is going to reach out to you.
All right, okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I can see Ahmed Oseni. Ahmed Oseni, please, can you unmute and share your experience or expectations with us? Thank you.
Good afternoon, please.
Good afternoon, Ahmed.
Okay. I had little or harmful experiences with some Ponzi scheme, as you mentioned earlier. However, I've been trying to perform my own due diligence too before I undertake in any investments. So I've been subscribing to mutual funds. However, I'm just thinking of delving into stock proper. So my first question is, I want to know the minimum amounts that is required to buy stock with Afrinvest. That is one. And then the second thing is, you talk about sending stock recommendations every Monday. Fine, I didn't get the mails, but however, this recommendation, did it come in form of growth stock or dividend stock? As in, do we have it categorized so that we'll know which way identify that, okay, this recommendation is for the growth stock, why this is for dividend paying stock? That's all for now, please.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll have my colleague Damilare, please, can you attend to Mr. Ahmed Oseni's question? Thank you. Mr. Oseni, please go ahead and lower your hands. Thank you.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Oseni and everyone on the call. Let me start with his second question regarding how the stock recommendation is composed. Explicitly, the recommendation does not, show whether one is a growth stock or a value stock, but the recommendation list shows you the kind of the stocks that we have assessed I would think are good for investment opportunity. But in the situation where you have a clear objective, like what you rightly stated, I mean, for someone that have an objective of, a steady cash flow in terms of dividend payment, many of the stocks that we actually have on our recommendations falls into that category. And that is one of the reasons why we organize this kind of town hall meeting, whereby we'll let our client know that we are open anytime to speak to them, to guide them, right? So should you need guidance in terms of which stocks to buy to satisfy the objective of steady cash flow in terms of dividend payment, we will surely identify to you those ones among our stock recommendation that fall in that category. And if your objective is to satisfy the need for capital growth, like growth tickers, of course, we are open to also providing that. But concerning the framework or the structure of the stock rec we send out every Monday, the structure does not explicitly, but for someone who can look at it from a professional perspective, which is where we will always provide assistance. When you see, the recommendation also provide information on the dividend paid by a company and what the dividend yield is looking like. So, and what has been the growth performance over time. But if that information is not enough to guide someone which of these items best provide context on the objective, we are always open to guide the investor. So should you have the objective of pursuing any of these goal, maybe a capital appreciating investment or one that pays you consistent dividend, you can drop your email, you can drop your comment in the chat box. We'll supply you the stocks that perfectly fit each of these categories so that you can make your investment decision. So your first question, I'm not sure I get that right. Maybe for network issue, I don't know if you may want to take that again, or someone on the call who got the question can speak to that.
Okay, yes. So the second question was the minimum amount. For the minimum amount for Mr. Ahmed, the minimum amount for investing in Afrinvest is as low as 1,000 naira if you're investing in equities. So with 1,000 naira, you can actually register and start buying shares through Afrinvest. Thank you very much, Mr. Ahmed, for those questions, and I'm sure we have done justice. I hope we have done justice to your questions. So just before we wrap up this session, we'll be taking Olakunle Ebo, and please, unfortunately, we cannot take your experiences or your question. Please feel free to drop them at on our chat box, and we will respond to you, right? So thank you very much once again. Olakunle Ebo, please kindly unmute and have the floor.
Okay, all right, thank you very much. Yeah,
You're welcome,
all right.
sir.
First of all, I would want to attest to the fact that Afrinvest 2.0, I think to a great extent, has solved all the problems. I also used to have these kind of issues before, so I'll just advise the last speaker to simply download that, and all things you mentioned, I think they are solved. But my own question is, I have some shares there, but I noticed that I only get a dividend for like 3 of them: MTN, Afriport, and one other one. Others I don't get. So I'm wondering, I'm wondering if it is that those companies don't pay dividend, or do I have to also go through the registrars? Like, why I'm saying this is recently I got a mail from Coronation Registrar that I have a dividend for Dangote Cement and I have dividend for MTN. Until I had to do some mails to Afrinvest, then they sent some form. They said I didn't have one CHN number, some documentations. So it got me curious, wondering, could it be the same for my other for the other companies that I have their shares as well? All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for that question, sir. And thank you for using Afrinvest 2.0, and thank you for the feedback. We really appreciate. I would like my colleague Deborah to please throw more light to your questions. Okay, let's quickly have Udoa. Udoa, please.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Olakunle. Yeah, thank you for the positive feedback on the Afrinvest 2.0. You rightly talked about dividends. I think I missed a few things you talked about. Margaret, please, can you assist with that? Let me.
Yes, so his question is about he has some shares and he's not getting dividend on all of them. Some, like 3 of his shares, they have been paying, but some are not paying. So he's worried about, what could be the possible issue where he's not receiving dividends on others?
Okay. Okay, Mr. Olakunle, we can address that issue maybe after the webinar. But the possible issues that could have caused that is that maybe registrars don't have your signature specimen, with them, or the bank records, they haven't gotten details of your bank details to have credited your dividend directly to you. So that's an easy part to follow. Actually, you need to send us an email and let us know the actual companies you haven't received your dividends, and then you would have to fill the e-dividend mandate form, and we'll submit it to them. Right after that, I presume the issues would have been resolved. Any outstanding dividends will be credited to you, or any forthcoming dividends will be credited to you. It's an easy peasy with registrars, nowadays. You can actually send them an email and they will respond back on any particular thing in question which they need to resolve dividend payment for any investor. So not a cost to worry about that. It's easy to resolve this kind of issues.
Thank you very much, Udwa. Thank you to all our attendees. And we'll be wrapping up this session at this point in time. And we want to just encourage you to still stay put on the call. And as we will be taking you through our products and services, we have questions about what we offer here at Afrinvest. So this is the time for us to learn and tell you more about the products which we offer here at Afrinvest. And to champion this session, my colleague Michelle will be taking us through our product offering. And Michelle, please, can you confirm you're on the call, and can you unmute and you can have the session running? Thank you.
Yes, good afternoon, Margaret. Please confirm you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you clearly. Thank you for joining.
All right. So good afternoon and welcome to this town hall meeting with Afrinvest Securities Limited. We are so excited to hear you share your investment experiences and expectations, and we look forward to a brilliant session with you today. So one exciting news about investing with Afrinvest Securities Limited is that there's no minimum amount required for you to create an account with us. So all you need to do is just to visit your online store, download our app, Afrinvestor 2.0, you create an account, and you can begin your investment journey. It's as easy as that. And now, depending on your risk appetite, income, or investment objectives, we have varieties of products tailored to help you meet your investment needs, and as well as help you build a healthy investment culture. For today, we'll just be looking at a few of these investments as displayed on your screen. Now, there's so much to say about these products, but because of time, we'll just quickly run through them. So the first we'll be looking at is equities. So equities just simply involves buying of shares of companies listed on the NGX or the Nigerian exchange. And there's no minimum amount required if you're investing through us, meaning you can invest with any amount that suits your objectives, and you gradually build your portfolio. So let's say you're interested in investing in a dividend-paying stock or a growth stock, say let's say MTN. You can buy one unit and consistently build your portfolio. And who knows, you can end up in no distant time chilling with the big boys. And return on equities investment can either be by dividend payments or capital appreciation, or even both. And here at Afrinvest, we provide research content and recommendations that could aid your decision making. The next is treasury bills and commercial papers. Now, they are both money market instruments. Treasury bills are issued by the Central Bank of Nigeria on behalf of the federal government with the intention of raising short-term financing for the federal government, while commercial papers, on the other hand, are offered by corporates looking to raise funds to meet short-term obligations. They are both discounted instruments, meaning you can receive interest upfront or invest your interest and get a higher sum at maturity. Now, the rates on commercial papers are usually higher than that of the treasury bills, mainly because of the risk factor attached. Now, for the primary market, the minimum investable amount for treasury bills is 50 million naira, while in the secondary market is 100,000 naira. And for commercial papers, the minimum investable amount is 5 million naira. The next product we'll be looking at is the federal government savings bond. Now, the federal government savings bond is issued by the federal government to encourage investment amongst retail investors. They have tenors of 2 and 3 years, and the coupon is paid quarterly. And we currently have this month's offer open. It opened on Monday and is scheduled to close on Thursday. If you're interested in subscribing for the federal government savings bond, the minimum investable amount is 5,000 naira. If you're interested, please send us an email at brokerageteam@afrinvest.com, and we'll reach out to you and get you signed up. The next we'll be looking at is the federal government bonds, Sukuk bonds, and corporate bonds. Now, they are all capital market instruments. The federal government bonds and corporate bonds. The federal government bonds are issued by the federal government to finance capital projects, while the corporate bonds are issued by corporates to also finance capital projects. On the other hand, Sukuk bond is issued by the federal government majorly to finance structural projects. They all have a minimum duration of 5 years, and coupons are paid semi-annually. Minimum investable amount for Sukuk bonds in the primary market is 50 million naira, while the secondary market with Afrinvest is 20 million naira. For the corporate bonds, the minimum investable amount is 5 million, while for Sukuk bonds is 10,000 naira. I will be introducing our AfriTrack product. Now, AfriTrack is a combination of ancillary services provided by Afrinvest Securities Limited, bundled into a single service offering. Now, with this product, we can help you reconcile all your shareholdings and investments. We can help you recover all outstanding certificates, bonuses, and dividend warrants. We can also help you consolidate all your multiple shareholding accounts with various houses. Now, you can also, I remember someone asked how you can claim your dividends. With this product, you can also reach out to the registrars on your behalf and help you get your outstanding dividends sorted out. Now, this product requires a lot of paperwork most times, but if you patiently see it through, it will definitely be worth your time. If you're interested in AfriTrack service, please reach out to us on, with our email address, brokerageteam@afrinvest.com, and we'll reach out to you and get you sorted. Now, looking at our Afrinvestor app, Afrinvestor 2.0, we're so excited about this app. It's a new trading experience tailor-made for you. Now, with the app, you can trade stocks and bid for fixed income investments anytime and anywhere. You can track stock price movements and market updates in real time. You can also make deposits and withdrawals from your account seamlessly. If you have any issue or challenge while using the app, please feel free to reach us via our email displayed on your screen. We have a team on standby to resolve all issues relating to the app. Please endeavor to reach out to us if you have any issues at all, and we're always willing to get you sorted. Thank you very much. Over to you, Margaret.
Thank you very much, Michelle, for that detailed product and offering that you have shared with our clients or with our participants. And I am a fan of AfriTrack. For some reason, I really love this product, AfriTrack, because this product has helped a lot of people, especially aged people, right, that have probably bought shares and they don't even know the whereabouts of their shares. So I have a friend who contacted me some time ago regarding his father's shares. So unfortunately, they had just a dividend stop slip. So that was all that we could get from them, and we started the process. It was quite tedious with the old bankers confirmation and back and forth. But I can tell you, if you're patient, you can recover everything to the last penny. This family, they were able to recover all their debts, pending or outstanding shares, and they were so excited. So if you have shares that have been unclaimed or dividends that you have not received, please do not hesitate to reach us on brokerageteam@afrinvest.com. I repeat, the email is also displayed on the screen, brokerageteam@afrinvest.com, and we will be available to take you step by step, hand in hand, throughout this process. So thank you very much, Michelle, once again. We'll be going into the question session now to see the questions that we have in our comment box. I'll read it out, and our advisory teams will be available to respond to most of these questions. So I have a question from Rotimi Olubuyi. He says, my goal is to have 1 billion naira in 10 years. I am ready to start the investment journey with initial capital of 50 million naira and to be adding 1 million, to be adding 150,000 naira on a monthly basis. The question now is, as a conservative investor, what will be the appropriate strategic asset allocation that will help me to achieve my goal? Damilare, if you're around, please, can you help respond to Rotimi Olubuyi? Thank you.
Yeah, all right. Thank you very much. And thanks to Mr. Rotimi for that wonderful question. So let me start by saying that there is actually no any legally approved investment here in Nigeria, and even many of the markets that will cover that can guarantee you this kind of a return in 10 years.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I think Damilare is having a network glitch there too. So just to...
Hi, Margaret.
Okay, Dami, thank you. You're back.
Okay, so let me take my response again. I started then by saying that thanks to Mr. Rotimi for his question, but the truth is that looking at legally approved investment schemes in Nigeria, I mean, talk of equities, commercial paper, bond, and what have you, there's no any legally available investment product that can guarantee you this outcome in 10 years. You intend investing 50 million as your initial outlay and do a top up of, I think 150,000 every month, right? So every month the next 10 years gives us about around 20 months. So 150,000 per month for the next 10 years gives us less than 20 million. So meaning that you are intending to invest less than 70 million and raising to 1 billion in 10 years. So that looks a bit ambitious, and I'm not sure there's any investment that is legally approved, because you want to look at what fundamentals will drive this. If there's any investment that can actually do this, I mean, you hardly, perhaps maybe someone like you struggle to take advantage. But what I can tell you, which is the good news, is the fact that our team at Afrinvest can help you. I mean, from your question, I can infer what your investment objective will be. You are conservative, you are a risk-averse person, and at the same time, you want optimum return. And our team here can help you, to build a kind of a portfolio that will grow decently, and if you follow this your investment plan in 10 years, you have your investment appreciated significantly. We can help you build a portfolio that cuts across equities, fixed income, and even some money market products that will see to your investment growing up. But guaranteeing you that this kind of investment, which I sum up your total outlay for the 10 years to be below 70 million, and you are looking for a 1 billion in return, then maybe it's possible, but I mean, it's a bit ambitious, and it will be deceptive to guarantee that this is realizable. But we'd like you to reach out to us. We can help you structure a portfolio that has a mix of a lot of assets that would yield to you good return quarterly or monthly basis. And I believe your primary goal of capital appreciation can be achieved in 10 years, but not to guarantee a 1 billion return with this investment. I don't know if my question is, my response pretty satisfied him. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we have Jimo Kusarat. He or she says, how do I know if I have received my dividend? Okay, so I would like to take that. So how do you know if you have received your dividend? Dividends are always credited to your bank account. So once you purchase shares, especially on the secondary market, that is through a broker, you are to complete an e-dividend mandate form and also a form that is called share allotment form. This is to enable your signature to be captured with CSCS, because signature specimen is your unified identity for both registrars and CSCS. So as soon as this is done and your account is mandated, your dividends is going to be credited to your bank account anytime that company you hold pays out dividend. Thank you very much, Jimo. I hope I've done justice to your question. And I have a question from Kunle Akindele. It says, can you recapitulate on the oral answers given to my previous question? Sorry, I wouldn't know exactly what the question was, but please, can you drop your email and your question again, and my team will take it up from there. So we have a lot of questions, and please, we will attend to all your questions. You can also email us on the email that is displayed on the screen. Because of time constraints, we will be wrapping up this session, and then maybe I would just like to take Ahmed Oseni. Ahmed Oseni says, is there any opportunity of freelancing at Afrinvest? Well, I would say no and none for now, but if any such opportunity comes up, we'll reach out to you, Ahmed Oseni. Thank you very much. And a lot of questions are popping, but because of time, I said again, we would like you to email us with your questions, with your experiences, with your expectations, because when it comes to investments, if you do not have expectations, it means you are just playing with your money. When you talk about investment, you should also think about what I am expecting from this investment that I am going into. So thank you very much. Thank you to everyone that has taken out time to join the webinar. I just have to take this last question. Sorry again, guys. It's from Ebenezer Daniel. He says, great job with the app design and the UI. It has a good look and feel. However, I have a lot of issues with the Afrinvest 2.0 app. Although someone just said it solves all the problem. If that is the case, the rating is about 2. And then after making, he also talked about after making payments on the app, it takes a while for payment to reflect on the account. Like I said earlier, and my colleague also pointed, this has been resolved. You can also try and send us an email, and we will resolve this as soon as possible if you're still experiencing any issue. Thank you very much once again for taking out time to join our town hall meeting. Just to also let you know, here at Afrinvest, we are located at various cities: Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, and Onitsha. You can get into any of our physical office to make inquiry, to talk about investments. We always have our representatives at all times during working hours to attend to your question. Afrinvest is credible. Afrinvest is a trustworthy company. And at Afrinvest, we help you to simplify investment goals and also help you create wealth. So thank you very much once again. We are delighted to have you. Don't forget to share your experiences with us via email, and also to let you know that we have our V write-up that goes out every Wednesday. It's an exciting write-up. It's a write-up that is going to guide your mind when it comes to investment. It's a write-up that also shares experiences, real-time experiences with you to help you and to guide you when it comes to making investments. We also publish our available offers on that publication too. So look out for our V write-up that is published every Wednesday. Thank you once again, and until next time, I remain your host, Margaret Onwachu, and from Afrinvesting, we would like to say bye for now.